Not going to give them a full-on applause after today's game. As much as the Raptors played well, and they won 119-100 against the Santa Cruz the Golden State Warriors. But you guys know what I mean. They win 119-100, improved to 14-15 on the year. And this game was not about, who you played in a statement game. This is about, hey, they have nobody. You got a couple of dudes back. You better win this game. And you did. And the Raptors won it convincingly right from the get-go. At one point, they led by 30. The Golden State Warriors never led in the game. I mean, you did exactly what you needed to do. And I'm not going to gloat about the numbers and say, wow, this guy did unbelievable. He torched this team. No. All year long, the Raptors have had pretty good looks. I mean, I think we can all agree, Raptor fans, that I don't know how many times Raptors have had grade A quality looks night in, night out, and they just have not been able to knock down shots. Well, today was no different. Whether you had Draymond, Steph, you would have had some good looks. The question was, would you knock them down? And the answer today was yes. The Raptors knocked them down at a pretty good clip. And when you drop 119, you're playing pretty well. Now, great news. Precious Achiuwa back in the lineup. OG Anunoby back in the lineup. So those are two great signs. Obviously, no Pascal Siakam in the game for the Raptors, but obviously no Steph, no Wiggins, no Draymond for the Golden State Warriors. So, it kind of balances out and it definitely outweighs in one favor. But let's break this game down before we go into the individual stats, all right? So first quarter. Toronto Raptors, they come out guns a-blazing as they should have. They win by 13 in the first quarter, 31-18. Great stuff. Now, second quarter, you win again, 32-24. So you're up by a decent amount. I mean, you're, 20 plus? Something like that. Now, 20 plus going into the half, you're doing exactly what you need to do. In the third quarter, you cannot allow this team to breathe at all, and they don't. You're in the third quarter, 33-27. In the fourth, they get a little comeback, 31-23, but that was more or less in garbage time, and you win 119-100. But we're not here to talk about that. We are not here to talk about those numbers in each quarter. I don't care about that stuff. I care about the individual stuff, and who shot what, and who did this, and who looks good out there tonight. Well, Chris Boucher, obviously the starting five, even with Precious back, they went with Boucher the starting five because trying to ease, Precious back into it. And Boucher hit a three. And the first shot of the game was a Chris Boucher three. Well, the first bucket made, let's put it that way. Yeah, that ends up being the only three he makes in the game. Goes 11, 8, and 1 on 4 of 8 from the field. Again, defensively, though, I want to pull my hair out half the time watching him play defense. But it is what it is. That's why Precious got a lot of run there at the end. OG Anunoby, I don't have much stats written down. Actually, I have no stats written down for him because that did not matter tonight. It did not matter at all to see OG Anunoby's numbers. You're not going to look at the box score and go, wow, he had a terrible night. This hip flexor thing, I think it was a hip flexor that he had, is very tender. And you do not want to make this thing get any worse. So for OG, today was not about stats. It was about getting him out there for limited time and see how he does in a game 4. And overall, looked pretty good to me. As long as he feels good today, and obviously the test is going to be tomorrow morning. How's he going to feel? And then we move forward from there. But great to see OG Anunoby back on the court for the Toronto Raptors. It's just money. I love watching OG play, even if it's in limited minutes today. All right, Gary Trent Jr. did not impose himself much offensively in this game, which was quite wild for that matter. We're so used to seeing Gary Trent take 15, 16 shot. He took 8. 8 shots that Gary Trent Jr. did today. 10 points, no boards, couple dimes on 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range. Had 4 steals in the game. Gary Trent just finding a way to get active in those passing lanes. The computer is going to fall. There it goes. But the main guys in this game, the main guys that shot the ball extremely well, Fred VanVleet and rookie of the year, Scotty Barnes. Excuse me. Getting a little sick here. Fred VanVleet had 27 points, 7 boards, 12 assists in the game, 9 of 17 from the field, 3 of 3 from the line, 6 of 10 from three-point range, 3 steals and a block. So yeah, were they playing a good team? No. Did he get his looks? Yeah, he also had some really contested shots as well, but he was confident and it was conviction, and he knocked down his bucket. So big game for Fred VanVleet. He was phenomenal. And Scotty flippin' Barnes, I mean, every single night I feel like this guy's getting better. It's kind of wild to even think that, but 21, 8, and 6, I understand you're not playing a great team, but he was 8 of 12 from the field. It's incredible stuff. 8 of 12 from the field. He had 8 rebounds and 6 assists. And the crazy thing about Scotty, not only have we learned that his offense in the paint and his mid-range stuff is outstanding, but my God, his rebounding ability is more or less in the offensive glass, getting his own miss. But anytime on the glass, outstanding. His vision on the court, like his basketball IQ is off the charts. He had 6 assists today. I don't know how many times I saw a blind pass. He's just no look pass, but it's right in the shooting pocket of whoever the heck gets the ball. It's outstanding for Scotty Barnes. 21, 8, and 6, and 8 of 12 shooting. Remarkable for Scotty Barnes. And let's move ahead to the bench, where you had some impact players. Precious Achiuwa. I mean, great to see him back because, my God, we either see one side of Precious or the other side of Precious. There's no in between. You either get calm, cool, and collected, shooting with conviction, shooting with confidence, Precious, or double clutching, losing the ball, looking all out of sorts, and disastrous, Precious Achiuwa. We really need to find either a happy medium or get more to the confidence side. Today was most definitely on the confidence side of the spectrum for Precious Achiuwa. 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 of 12 shooting, was 1 of 2 from three-point range. And that one shot I want to get to, that 1-3 that he made, it was the defining moment for me, telling me that this guy's feeling it and he's confident right now. Because the ball gets kicked out to him, and the defender wasn't really playing up on him, kind of playing him back a bit, waiting for the drive. But Precious sees that. And he's like, all right, you're giving me space. I'm going to chuck up my shot now. And he does. He knocks it down. Then he gets in the paint, touches. Then they have to respect the 3. He gets in the paint, starts bodying guys in. Then he gets some dunks. I mean, it's just an incredible active game for Precious. And how many times we didn't see him double clutch, trying to pump guys out? No. Go up strong. He's a strong dude. Go up there with conviction, and he did tonight. So a great game for Precious. Yuta Watanabe, 12 points, 4 boards, no assists on 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range, and 2 steals and a block for Yuta. So as we've talked about quite often, if that man can shoot the ball consistently, he'll be out there. I mean, he was over 20 minutes today. And that's what you expect out of Yuta. Energy, 2 steals and a block, great defense. And if you can knock down some shots and give us something like a 12 points like tonight, that's exactly, I will not ask for anything more from Yuta Watanabe. So a great game for him. Now let's get to the team stats real quick before we wrap this thing up, because team stats don't really matter in this game. 47% from the field from the Santa Cruz Warriors, 31% from three-point range, 71% from the line. Raptors shot 50% from the field. We have not seen that very often this year. 37% from 3, 65% from the free throw line. And still not great from the free throw line. Not going to. But what we have learned about this Raptor team all year, it's more or less consistent. They do not turn the ball over. No live ball turnovers, no dead ball turnovers. They only had 10 turnovers in this game. They had 20. It's remarkable. And, you're plus 13 in the fast break. That's leading, obviously, a lot of those turnovers. You were plus 7 in points off of those turnovers. And it's just... Look, you did exactly what you needed to do against a team that's not only injury depleted, but rested Steph Curry today. It's what you expected from the Toronto Raptors. And if they lost this game, they'd be hell to pay. But they didn't. They won. They did exactly what they needed to do. All right? The next game for the Toronto Raptors is on home court on Monday, barring any setbacks. 7:30 tip-off there. Everyone, please be safe out there. It's getting wild out there, at least in Ontario and whatnot. But it's kind of crazy stuff. Hopefully we can continue to play. Hopefully they can keep the cases down to a minimum or not at all, preferably. But no matter, as of right now, 7:30 on Monday night, Raptors host the not so good Orlando Magic, looking to get back to 500 for the first time in quite some time. Looking to go 15-15 on the year, right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I haven't even done my outro yet. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game this evening, I love seeing Scotty Barnes, loved Precious, loved seeing OG. Smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game today for the Toronto Raptors. Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs-ish and whenever, because right now they're in all COVID protocol. They were supposed to play tonight against Vancouver. Not happening. They were supposed to play Seattle tomorrow. Not happening. So would not surprise me if they postpone their games past Christmas. That would not surprise me one bit, considering how many cases they got going on. They had Simmons, Spezza. They added TJ Brody, Sheldon Keefe, all that stuff to the list today. So I do not expect the Leafs to play until after Christmas. That's my take. For the Toronto Raptors, though, at least as of right now, they take on the Orlando Magic at home, 7:30 on Monday night, looking for back-to-back dubs and to get back to 500 for the first time in a while. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.